Patrick Henry, give me liberty or give me death. Death, please. Next! John F. Kennedy, I'll tell you what you can do for my country. Wrap it up. Next!
This week, a Pennsylvania newspaper printed a retraction of an opinion piece that was written in 1863, which panned Abraham Lincoln's historic Gettysburg Address. Here now to comment the author of that negative review, the Patriot and Union speech critic, Jebediah Atkinson.
Thank you for having me, Seth.
So, Jebediah, you were actually underwhelmed by the President Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, calling it silly and saying that history would soon forget it.
Correct.
How do you feel about the newspaper's retraction?
I stand by my words. They're cowards, Seth. In fact, my first draft was much harsher, and I was told to tone it down.
Oh, wow. So what was the first draft?
Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
It goes as such. 4 snores and 7 yawns ago, this reviewer watched the president's speech at Gettysburg, and let's be honest, Abe, you dropped a real Lincoln log. You know what the real Gettysburg Address is? 115 West Boring Street. And then there's the venue, a field, great acoustics. Sorry if I couldn't hear you, I was in the second row.
Wow, you didn't like it at all.
I did not. What's to like? The world with little note, nor long remember what we say here, oof. With dialogue that clunky, I'm surprised he was shot by an actor. Oh, is that too soon? Get over it. He's on the 5.
You really didn't like Lincoln.
Not at all. Too lanky, big nose. And don't get me started on that beard. What was her name? Mary Todd?
Tell me, have you reviewed any other speeches over the years?
I've reviewed all the speeches, and I am not a fan. Patrick Henry, give me liberty or give me death. Death, please. Next! John F. Kennedy, I'll tell you what you can do for my country. Wrap it up. Next! Martin Luther King, you have a dream? That's great. I had a train to catch and I missed it. Next. Jesus. Oh. The Sermon on the Mount, blessed are the meek, more like blessed are the deaf because they don't have to listen to this 8th grade poem. And great location, Jesus. The Mount, any reason we had to climb half an hour to hear this? Also, nice fan base. I've got a leper on one side of me and a prostitute on the other. Oh, and bravo on the food. Nothing like mountaintop fish on a hot day. Next! Oh, wait, I've got one on FDR's Pearl Harbor speech, but I probably shouldn't do it after the audience was such bitches about the John Booth joke.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
I might do it. I'm going to do it. Right. You know what date will live in infamy for me? December 8th, 1941, when FDR gave a speech that was so boring ass. I think I misquoted myself.
Yeah, I think you did. I'm gonna say, that's not your best written one.
That was a rough draft. Could have used a couple of kamikazes after that.
I think you were the kamikaze.
I'm not, you know. It's so hard being a critic, but I love it, Seth. Yeah, it's so much more fun than my last job.
What was your last job?
Field speechwriter.
Jebediah Atkinson!
Come in for holiday essentials. Leave with something irreplaceable.
Well, the holiday season is upon us, which means the return of many beloved Christmas specials. Here with his review of these holiday classics is 1860s newspaper critic Jebediah Atkinson.
Hello, Seth. So happy to be back.
Now, Jebediah, in case anyone forgot, the last time you were here, you shared your negative review of the Gettysburg Address.
How could they forget, Seth? It was only 3 weeks ago. Run stuff into the ground much?
Okay. Fair. Now, despite your reputation as a harsh critic, I still find it hard to believe that your heart wasn't warmed by Charlie Brown's Christmas special.
You don't have to believe it, Seth. I have my review right here. And I think you will find it to be fair and even-handed. The Charlie Brown Christmas special was garbage! I was hoping for joy and wonder. Instead, I got a 30-minute Zoloft commercial. Cheer up, kids, you're 7. No one wants to watch neurotic children trudging in the snow to smooth jazz. Also, Charlie Brown, there's a pube on your forehead. And oh my, what a supporting cast. Schroeder, sit up straight. Peppermint Patty, let me guess what you did for a Klondike bar. Marcy. That might be the who for next time. And don't even get me started on Snoopy. If you ask me, Family Guy killed the wrong dog. Oh! What? He's a cartoon! In conclusion, translation, it sucked.
Can we maybe move on to some other holiday specials?
Happily. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it blows. Next! Frosty the Snowman. There might have been some magic in that old hat they found, but I'll tell you what wasn't in there. A story. This is what I do! 5 minutes in, Seth, I was rooting for the sun. Next! The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. You know what else the Grinch stole? 30 minutes of my life. Whoville? Exactly. Whereville? The toilet. Next!
What about Christmas movies? You have to like some Christmas movies.
No one tells me what I have to do! It's a Wonderful Life. Too bad it's a terrible script.